says. This is our Money in the Bank review show. Mainly going to touch on Money in the Bank, touch a little bit on Raw, and we have our Lay in the SmackDown segment. Also, we'll touch on John Cena, Matt and Jeff Hardy a little bit. Their interview on the I got some Fozzy playing. Yes, sir. Got the Matt and Jeff Hardy interview on the network we want to touch on a little bit. And then we got to, excuse me.
You can watch that right now if you want to.
Yeah, you can go check it out on the network right now. And then also we'll review the current card on the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Right now, there's only 5 matches. There could be more added on in the next couple of days, as WWE usually does. So we'll get into that. As you can see, Justin's in the chat room too, so he'll give us his 2 predictions on who will win the Money in the Bank match as well. So let's touch on Raw a quick second, where we had Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar finally face off at the beginning of the show. Paul Heyman and Brock were out there first, pretty much, hyping up the match, pretty much hyping up Brock. Samoa Joe ends up coming out, and they ended up brawling. Security comes down. Of course, Brock Lesnar lays everybody out. They end up going at it again, and the roster comes down and separates them, which I thought was pretty cool. You didn't see guys like Balor or the main huge guys out there. You saw, right. You saw Enzo and Cass and stuff like that. Titus O'Neil, stuff like guys like that, trying to break them up, which I thought was really cool. And they're making Samoa Joe really, really strong. They're not making him look like some kind of wuss going up to Brock where he's intimidated by him. They're making him actually look like the Samoa machine. But what did you think of that opening segment, Dave, of Raw?
I thought it was good. I just wish they would have had those going into it.
It was just a little bit too physical for your liking?
What was that?
I said it was a little bit too physical for your liking?
Yeah, I would rather them wait until the pay-per-view till they actually get physical at all. I would rather not see them. They didn't really do a lot last night, but I would still rather them do like a no-touch clause where the match is off, where you can't see them even touch each other until the pay-per-view. That's what I would rather see. They didn't get too bad tonight. It reminded me of Undertaker and Brock from a few years ago, where they did that
right.
whole Yeah, I got a question for you in the chat room on Periscope is, when Heyman was cutting that promo, did it seem like they switched it on us again, where it seems like Brock's the heel now? Because to me it came off like that, where he's calling Samoa Joe just a dog and all that, and he's just, it seems like they're kind of flipping the script on us again, where it's like Joe almost seems like coming in as the face, the good guy. I'm not saying he's a good guy, but showing that he's not afraid of Brock Lesnar.
Maybe they don't want Brock to be a face, but they want him to be I don't know, would a face Brock kind of lose Brock's intimidation? Yeah. I think.
But it seemed like they kind of switched it a little bit, where they seemed like they had it more like Joe being more the sympathetic good guy that you want to win type thing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, who knows what they're doing there, but I thought the opening segment was pretty good. The rest of Raw, not so much. Like we said, we weren't going to touch too much on Raw, but we're going to touch on John Cena and the Hardys at the end of the show. Before we get to the Money in the Bank preview show, or preview, I should just say, what is your laying the SmackDown segment for today, Dave?
Oh, we're going to do this now?
Yeah, we'll do it now because we're going to jump right into Money in the Bank right afterwards.
It's actually really nothing to do with the current stuff right now, but I'm going to take you back to WCW really quick because I didn't know this until I was listening to a podcast, but I'm sure you remember this when David Arquette was the champion. I hated this, and I did not know this, but when he got paid from WCW, he gave his entire check to retired wrestlers. His salary went to help wrestlers with injuries or what families and all that, and I was like, wow, I didn't know that. So, I mean, it kind of changed my perspective on David Arquette a little bit, knowing that he took the money he got and, kind of gave it to wrestlers who were retired or injured or dealing with stuff. So I thought that was really cool. It's not really bashing at Raw or praising SmackDown. It's more, something a nugget I didn't really know about till just past weekend.
Okay, a little information, Dave. A little did you know? I guess segment
Yeah,
from Dave.
because I
So
didn't
yeah,
know that back then.
I guess my lane, the SmackDown segment is the Enzo and Cass stuff. I guess I know I mentioned it last week, but it's starting to really heat up now with Big Show kind of getting involved. Again, Cass gets taken out again, and you see the revival in the back. If you guys didn't know, who was hurt? Was it Scott that was injured? Or was it Dash that had the jaw injury? Well, either who.
I can't even remember. I
They're
want to
now
say Dawson.
okay. Dash. He is now cleared to wrestle, so he will be back. I mean, so
Well,
expect.
someone said they seen him in the background last night too. The revival.
Yeah, they were in the background last night as well during the cast when he was knocked out. So they're kind of playing it to where it could have been Big Show maybe knocked him because Cass said it was one, big blow to the back of the head that knocked him down. So
yeah, there's a bigger story from that though. Who jumped Tyler? That's the bigger question. I think.
Right. That is a good question. Who jumped Tyler tonight?
It was funny because when he gave his description, it sounded a lot like Big Cass and Enzo. The description.
Yeah. This is my thing, and I think the WWE really should think about it. And I said this on Twitter, I think last week, that they need to make the Fashion Files a TV show on the network. It doesn't need to be like an hour or 30 minutes long. Just like a 10-minute spoof or whatever segment show of them getting into little things, and then it cuts off until you find out what happens next week or something.
It's very similar to the YouTube show they did. It's very similar to that. To the what was the name of that show? With all the wrestlers in it.
Southpaw Wrestling, original Southpaw Wrestling.
It was very similar. I love looking at the bulletin board because that thing is hilarious. Like tonight they had like generic Sami Zayn generic. He needs a mask, which was hilarious.
Yeah, they are really playing that very well. Props to Breeze and Fandango for getting it so over. With the
and props to WWE. I mean, the SmackDown team for doing something with these guys, and they seeing that it's a hit, and people are liking it.
Yeah, and we're getting segments every week. I like that.
And I didn't think we were going to get it tonight.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to do something in reverse tonight. Instead of going with who's going to win the Money in the Bank first, we're going to go with the title matches first, and then give our predictions on who's going to win the Money in the Bank matches this Sunday. Also, if you guys forgot, this Sunday will be our 1-year anniversary show. Due to some crazy circumstances, Justin did not have to have surgery last week. So Justin will be with us this Sunday for our pay-per-view show for our 1-year anniversary. So that's good to get the 3-man group back for the anniversary show.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. There you go. So that's good. Also, we'll be doing a giveaway, a WWE Slam Crate giveaway. I have it over there, unboxed, hasn't been touched. I'll be sending that your way along with Panama Zax as well. And we may also even be taking phone calls if you guys are interested in giving us a call and talking the Money in the Bank with us. So let's move on to the Money in the Bank itself. Tag team titles. We have the New Day taking on the Usos. Who you got, Dave? Do you see a change of hands of the titles?
Is there a new day in store for the tag team titles?
Oh, the architect's in the house. What's up, the architect? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it almost needs to happen. Just like people compared Ambrose's reign to being kind of really stale and boring, kind of didn't really do anything. I feel the same way about the Usos. And I don't really think they're really doing anything either. And we'll talk about the Cena thing later, but to me, this kind of adds to Cena a little bit because I think without Cena, if it happens, we'll get into more of this later, but I think this would be good for the SmackDown tag team division because you don't got to worry about adding another segment in.
Speaking of tag teams, still no American Alpha. Not sure what the
Yeah.
hell's wrong with them. I don't know if someone's injured.
Or Ty Dillinger, no,
No
missing in
Ty
action as well.
Dillinger. True. Oh,
Like a
yeah, we
bummer.
forgot the return of Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder returned tonight. He had returned. Looks like him and Mojo less some kind of swerves coming next couple of weeks. Yes,
That'd be
Reigns
cool.
versus Goldberg? Question mark. Yes, that is a topic of discussion later on. Zack Ryder returned. Looks like they may be joining forces again as a tag team. Unless I think it's more than likely if someone's going to turn heel, I think it's going to be Mojo Rawley. I just have this feeling. Thank you for the hearts. Appreciate all the hearts. Thank you all for the follows.
I can see that, but it seems like we've seen the thing where Zack Ryder's partner turns on him type thing. You know, I think it would be more fitting if Zack Ryder kind of blames Mojo for winning. You know, when did he win the battle? Was Zack Ryder injured before WrestleMania? Yeah, he was. Wasn't he like?
Yeah.
I think he could kind of hold like a grudge for Mojo having such a good singles run. You know, he could hold a grudge for that.
But but more than likely, what I think is going to happen, I could see Ryder turning on Mojo. I think they're gonna back in together, and they're gonna lose, and they're gonna keep losing, and then Mojo's gonna get pissed, and then he's gonna turn on Ryder. That's my prediction.
You don't know. You don't really know if Mojo can really get over as a heel, though. We know Zack Ryder can.
And he's been out since December. Wow, that has been a while. I didn't even realize that.
They won a battle royal. They're supposed to get a tag title shot, but they never did.
Okay, so chat room here. Everybody thinks so. More than likely, we will see Ryder turning on Mojo more than we see Mojo turning on Ryder. Okay, they were supposed to get title shot before he got hurt. That is true. So maybe they do get the title shot and they lose. Also, what I was going to say about the New Day, you can really tell the new scenery on SmackDown helped New Day big time, because on Raw they were getting kind of stale. And I'm sorry?
They're being treated like stars. I mean, that opening segment with them is like, holy crap.
Yeah, well, yes, exactly. And they're very, they're getting those cheers again. That's why I think the new scenery on SmackDown really helped them. But
and it fit having them off TV for so long. Didn't bring them in right away. They didn't have them jump right into TV. They waited a few months.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think they would be so over on SmackDown compared to on Raw, because on Raw they were, even getting kind of boos a little bit. And
I think people were just sick of them as tag champions, because they were champions for so long, and they wanted to see Cesaro and Sheamus when they wanted to see the club. You had so many fan fave type, the hardcore and wrestling darling, internet darling guys there on Raw. You had the club, you had Sheamus and Cesaro. Everyone wanted to see them win the titles more, and instead of the New Day finding sneaky ways to keep them and cheat. But they're good guys, but they're cheating to keep the titles, which made no sense.
Okay, that's fair point. But I think the Usos retain. I think they retain the titles.
I think the New Day actually win the titles. I think New Day needs them.
You think New Day needs them? Okay.
I think the tag titles needs the New Day, I should say it like that. Because I think the Usos are just killing the titles, really. And their gimmick is so annoying to me. I just don't find them that entertaining anymore. I think they're more entertaining. This is the reverse effect, I think, like a reverse Rollins effect, I think, is that they're better faces than they are heels, I think. Because their heel gimmick isn't really working for them, I don't think.
Usos Day 1 is not very H, though. Yeah, not very at all.
Wait, I think in the reverse of that, I think Rollins is a better heel than a face.
I have this feeling that we're gonna see the Mojo and Ryder get their. I think we're gonna see this heel turn coming up between Ryder
hopefully
and Mojo, and I think it's gonna have to involve some kind of a heel tag team match, and I think they get their title shots at the Usos and they lose, and that's when we see some type of a heel turn. Sorry, I was scratching my leg. Next, let's go to the women's title match. This one is kind of unpredictable, actually, in my eyes. A lot of people think automatically Naomi's gonna win. Not really giving Lana much of a shot at the women's title match. But what do you think, Dave? Naomi?
I mean, it's weird, isn't it? because are they just ignoring the fact? Or are we ignoring the fact? I guess that Lana's had a few matches, or had a match at NXT, and she had a WrestleMania match just a few
Mhm.
years ago, and she didn't look that
Correct.
bad in that WrestleMania match. So I mean, and she didn't look that bad tonight when she did her little. I guess that's her finisher. I guess I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, it's her finish.
The kind of like I don't really understand why she's doing like the arm behind the back thing with it, but whatever. But yeah, I think Lana, honestly, I think like she even said tonight. I even tweeted it before she said it. And I think Lana's gonna shock the world and win. I think
Oh,
she's gonna
okay.
win.
Wow,
I
Dave.
mean,
That could be the call of the year with right there, Dave. Um, I don't think she
because
wins.
Lana's in good
Yeah,
shape. She's in
Architect. Wow,
good shape.
Architect has Lana as well. Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
she's like she even said on the Total Divas thing. She's very flexible. You know, the whole flexible thing, and she is, and that can come into play with wrestling.
Mm-hmm. I
A lot of people
do you
would
think
think, like Daniel said tonight, that it would be embarrassing if Naomi lost the title to Lana. This would be a great spot to have Rusev pop up.
yeah, I was about to ask you, do you think Rusev gets involved in the match?
That would be if not that he gets involved, but what if his like music hits or something like that, and then Lana wins? You
Okay.
know,
So you got Lana with the upset over Naomi. I still think Naomi will retain the title.
I got two
Yeah.
titles changing hands so far: the tag titles and the women's title.
Yes, I have both titles retaining. I think all titles retain. To be honest with you, I think Jinder Mahal is going to be Randy Orton. Um, as probably as unpopular that may seem, I think Jinder Mahal is going to be Randy Orton somehow, with probably some help with the his what are they called? Um,
The Sin Brothers Security. I don't
Them
know.
brothers, yeah, whatever they call. But I think Mahal wins. Okay, Justin got to Mahal, but I think Mahal. I don't
See,
want to say it's a hometown curse, but I just don't think any title changes hands this Sunday. What you got, Dave?
I think Randy Orton wins, but I think he wins by disqualification.
Okay, I got you there. I like that.
I hate disqualifications on pay-per-views, but that's really the only way you can have Orton. Everyone thinks the hometown curse is going to happen. You can have Orton win by DQ and then sets up, I guess, a SummerSlam match or whatever the next pay-per-view is for him.
Wow, SummerSlam,
Is
Randy
it SummerSlam?
Orton. Yeah, it would be
What's
SummerSlam. Randy Orton.
no? They could have a July pay-per-view, shouldn't they?
Nope. July pay-per-view is Great Balls of Fire.
And that's it.
Yes. So
I thought SmackDown had one.
SummerSlam will be Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton at SummerSlam.
Unless they do it on TV or something. But yeah, probably.
Imagine. Could you have imagined saying that? Could you imagine those words coming out of your mouth 1 year ago when we first started this podcast that Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton a year from now would be facing each other at SmackDown has Battleground in July. Do they?
Oh, I thought they had something. Yeah, I thought they had one more pay-per-view in July. Yeah, so you could easily have Randy Orton win the title at Battleground. Or something
Battleground and dance. So they have 2 pay-per-views in July. Am I correct on that?
Oh, WE, yes. SmackDown has Battleground, and then
July 23rd. Okay. All right.
still June.
Wow. Okay. So, all right. So Battleground will be the rematch, obviously. We get a true winner.
Because their India tour is like the end of June, so I think they want to go.
We'll have a new feud for
India.
SummerSlam. Okay.
I think they want to go into India as Jinder Mahal as champion.
Oh, of course, definitely.
So I think it's like the end of June when their tour in India is. And
Great
so
Balls of Fire the 9th and Battleground the 23rd. Gotcha. Okay.
So I think that's why they do it like that, because you want Jinder to keep it, or maybe he keeps
Miles
it by
versus
DQ.
Orton. That could definitely happen.
I don't want that match. Not yet.
Here we go. The meat and potatoes is what we all been waiting. So I've read something on Sportsicado that Lesnar got to hold the title till Mania, then drop it to Roman. Well, we'll touch on that in a minute. I think it's just. I think. Oh, the architect calling you out, Dave, saying that you're copying everything he's saying. The architect. That's wrong.
I can't even see Periscope. I'm on my phone.
All right, the meat and potatoes, the Money in the Bank matches. We got women's and men. If you were going to predict first, and I know this may be a silly question, What
Okay, I
match?
got an idea. Oh, you're gonna say the same thing I was thinking. Probably. Go ahead.
What match goes first?
I honestly think the men should. I think it should kick off the show.
The men should kick off Money in the Bank.
Let the women kind of main event. You know, the first ever women's Money in the Bank. Let it main event, or at least close to main event with Orton and them, or however they want to do it. Orton and Mahal.
I
But
think we can all agree that one of the Money in the Bank matches will open the show.
I think it should be the men because then it leaves the option open for someone to cash in that night.
Woo, there you go. Good point. Good point. Fair point. Fair point. All right. Okay.
Let's do the women first though, because let's save the men.
All right. So we got the women's title. Justin, put in the chat room. Justin, who you got winning the women's? Who you got, Dave? Winning the Money in the Bank women's.
I'm gonna go a little bit different because I don't know. I just don't want to pick the obvious choices to win it. So I'm just gonna, just for the hell of it. I know they probably won't win.
Okay, Justin got Charlotte. All right. Just to reiterate, we got Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Carmella, Tamina, Natalia, and who am I missing? Someone? I think that's it. Natalia, Carmella, Tamina, Charlotte, Becky Lynch. Who you got?
I think the obvious choices are Charlotte and what's her face, Carmella, just because people think it's going to be one of them. And I think Charlotte is the really obvious choice to win it, next to Carmella. So I think one of those two will probably win it. I'm just going to go like Tamina.
Tamina?
You know, just for the hell, yeah, just something different. Because instead of just picking the obvious choices.
Okay. Okay. I thought about it. And I was going to say Carmella. That like last week, if you were going to ask me who I thought was going to win the Money in the Bank, I was going to say Carmella. With the help of Ellsworth. I think Ellsworth is going to help her win. But I just, for some reason, and I don't know why I have this feeling, I think Natalia is going to win.
I wouldn't mind that at all.
I think Natalia is going to win. Some kind of sneaky win, some kind of sneaky way. She hasn't had the championship for a while.
Yeah, and she deserves it.
But I do think if you were gonna ask me who I think more than likely Carmella is gonna win. But for some reason I think if it's not Carmella, it will be Natalia. I think it's gonna be a Hill that wins on the women's side. Carmella wins and cashes in the same night. Okay. She hasn't had it since like 2009. Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think Natalia deserves it because after all the work she's put in on the SmackDown side of the top women's division, I really think she deserves it. I think she does deserve at least another run as champion.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming in here, man. Appreciate that. Let's see. What else?
Yeah, but I agree with you. She does deserve it. I wouldn't mind seeing Tamina win it just because I don't think she's ever had a title shot, period.
That's true. Yeah, if she did, it's been a long ass time. Because she hasn't been on TV for a while either.
Yeah, she was off after her dad died for a while.
Okay, here we go. Men's Money in the Bank match. It's going to be a doozy, folks. We got Nakamura, Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin, Sami Zayn, AJ Styles, and who am I missing? Dolph Ziggler. Yeah. Justin, put you got in the chat. Dave, who do you have winning the men's Money in the Bank ladder match?
I will guarantee you who's not going to win it. Baron Corbin, I guarantee, will not win the Rumble. He won't win that either.
My pick. Okay, Sami Zayn in the chat.
He won't win the Rumble either, but he won't win Money in the Bank.
Okay.
The Lone Wolf, quoting someone, he's a badass stud. He's not going to win him in the Rumble. Quoting Texas Kid there.
Oh, God.
I think if you eliminate AJ and Nakamura, which I guess that'd be the obvious choice to eliminate them kind of, especially after what they did tonight, it's not going to be Ziggler, obviously. It's not going to be Corbin. I think there's only one obvious choice to win it out of all those guys. I think it's going to be Kevin Owens.
Ooh. All right. Justin has Nakamura.
What?
Yeah.
Justin on our show?
Yeah, he picks the guy that he dislikes the most, Nakamura. Dave got Kevin Owens, and you know what? I think I think Sami Zayn is gonna win.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
I think
Mr.
Sami Zayn is gonna win, and he'll win. I think he's gonna win the world title on SmackDown eventually. So he'll have his moment. I think Sami Zayn.
See, I
Imagine
thought
Sami
it was
Zayn winning the title after WrestleMania SmackDown. You have that crowd.
a heel, and you guaranteed a heel was gonna win it.
I was gonna go with Corbin.
Oh, good.
I was really gonna go with Corbin, but after 2 weeks of him losing like that, I don't think he's ready.
I think he lost everything momentum he had. I really did.
Zayn has went over him 3 times. But I would not be surprised if Corbin does win, because I think he's the long shot.
Yeah, he's a really long shot.
And
I think him and Zayn are the two long shots.
He's been getting beat, and nobody thinks he's gonna win.
I think.
No, go ahead.
What? I was just gonna say, I think that Nakamura and Owens, to me, are the likely choices to win it. I would love to see Nakamura win it, but I just think if they're gonna go heel, which better way, especially if Owens ends up dropping the U.S. title to somebody, or he might just drop it and force the title. Owens could walk out of Money in the Bank as the United States and WWE champion.
I would be absolutely shocked if
that would be awesome.
Dolph Ziggler wins the Money in the Bank match.
No, that ain't happening. But just think of how cool that would be. The face of America, United States champion, Kevin Owens is your United States NWE champion.
Yeah, look how big his head would be after that. AJ Styles, we got Styles, we got Sami Zayn, we got Corbin, Nakamura definitely isn't winning, especially after tonight. Justin has Nakamura, Dave has Kevin Owens, and I have Sami Zayn.
I would love Nakamura or AJ to win it, but I just don't think they will. I think Nakamura will be champion, but I don't know. I just think it would be like on his own merit.
All right, so like the title says, it has Reigns versus Goldberg ? Apparently, Reigns is already looking ahead of time and is going to make some kind of announcement about SummerSlam. I don't know if he's going to call out a certain wrestler, or if he's going to challenge someone, or what. I saw a couple of rumors going around that it could be Reigns versus possibly Goldberg at SummerSlam. I'm not sure what would bring Reigns to wanting to face Goldberg, but that is, I don't know. I know they had some kind of yes, we'll touch on that, Justin, as well. Kind of interaction, but I don't know if they got physical with each other. I know they helped each other, right? Speared somebody. I can't remember who. Was it Kevin Owens, maybe?
Strowman.
I don't know. Oh, it was Strowman.
Before the Rumble, I believe.
So I'm not sure why Reigns would have any type of beef with Goldberg, but if that match was to somehow happen, say Reigns does somehow maybe challenge Goldberg for whatever reason, would you, and I'm talking to you in the chat room as well, want to see Reigns versus Goldberg?
I mean, I just don't think the match could go that long. I really don't. That's the sad part. I don't think Goldberg.
No.
I mean, honestly, I don't think it's going to be Goldberg he calls out, honestly.
Okay, and before Dave thinks horrible match, before Dave gives his prediction of who he thinks he may call out, let's touch on this whole John Cena free agency debacle, which kind of caught everybody off
really Monday night,
last night. No, I'm not Braun Strowman. I don't think last week on SmackDown, when they announced that he was returning to SmackDown, that it said he was a free agent.
I didn't remember that at all. That
if it did, I did not catch it. But last night on Raw, they announced he's returning on the 4th of July, and he's returning right at the top. And it said he's a free agent. Not sure what I read is technically he'll be allowed to go on either show, SmackDown or Raw, which is, I mean, I guess an unfair advantage on his part because he can go and challenge titles for either show.
Make no sense. It seems like
Right.
a Triple H thing. You know, you remember when Triple H was a free agent and Bischoff and Stephanie are both trying to get him to Raw and SmackDown? That's what it kind of reminds me of.
I don't know why Raw and SmackDown is getting boring. Wow. Okay. Wow. Heath Slater did that. I don't remember. That.
H did that.
Right. So I don't know what that is necessarily going to mean for John Cena, but
It's obviously what is
Dave thinks
to say free agent.
Dave thinks Roman Reigns is going to call out John Cena.
Yep.
Do you think this is a little bit early for him to call out John Cena? You don't think he should be calling him out on the July 3rd episode of Raw, the day before John Cena returns?
July 3rd next week, but
yeah.
I mean, I think it's too early to be talking about SummerSlam to an extent because you have Great Balls of Fire like 2 weeks away. You're not even talking about that yet. I mean, I would rather this be like the night after Great Balls of Fire they did this, you know? Going right into SummerSlam. But I mean, I get it. I guess I don't know if he's going to be a part of Great Balls of Fire, is he? I don't ever heard nothing. But
also, I'm getting tired of fans booing Reigns. I mean, Reigns is going to get booed. Reigns. Okay, first off, we all know Roman Reigns is an incredible worker and he works his ass off. But Reigns was put in a tough spot by Vince McMahon, and for that, he's going to get booed forever unless he does some type of a heel turn and he gets loved.
But what I give credit for lately, they have been booking Reigns a lot smarter. He hasn't been on every single show. He isn't overly pushed down our throats like he has been in the past. So this year alone, he has been used a lot better.
Yeah, he had a Twitter lash recently. Did you see? Yeah, he was going off on some people.
Well, they're questioning, like, some guy said, I think I seen it where he said, like, why are you didn't pay no dues or do nothing like that, and other guys are jobbing and all that, and who deserve the title shot more than you.
Right, and he called them marks or whatever he called them. I can't remember. Dumbass marks or something like that. Yeah, I mean,
so I don't blame what he said because they were saying that he worked hard to deserve what he got.
Well, apparently they were putting on Raw. They did some kind of promo to where's Finn Balor? Where's next for Finn Balor? Like he's in some kind of emotional, hole or something. Like he doesn't know what's left in his life or some shit. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, Reigns was dealt a tough situation, and he's forever going to be booed by people like us or anybody else. Kurt versus Seth or Roman is good for business. Speaking of Kurt Angle,
go ahead.
Kurt Angle has been rumored to be involved with a new, like a storyline with the cell phone, the whole secret or whatever. Between him and Corey Graves is a storyline that is going to be potentially with Stephanie McMahon and Triple H that will potentially bring a match between Triple H and Kurt Angle. I'm not sure if it's going to be for, the rights of Raw or whatever, but it's potentially going to be rumored at Survivor Series. If there is only one singles match at Survivor Series, seeing that last year's Survivor Series was very team-oriented, and they could probably do the same thing this year. Will you be okay with one match being Kurt Angle versus Triple H?
Me? Yes. I mean, if anyone doesn't know their rivalry before, it was freaking great. I mean, back in the day, Mick Foley and Triple H dogging on Kurt Angle for crying about winning the title. I mean, that stuff was gold. I mean, that was some of the funniest stuff you'll ever see on TV right there. Triple H and Kurt Angle and Stephanie, that whole Triple H always hating Kurt Angle. I mean, that would play so well into a storyline today.
Right. If you were to guess now, I know it's real early. seeing that we're in June and it's in November, seeing that it's Survivor Series.
I would say
Do you think Kurt Angle would win?
Win. Oh, I would say I don't think the match would happen at Survivor Series. I just don't. I think if they would do anything, it would possibly be like Team Triple H and Team Angle versus each other.
There's a rumor going around, speaking of Survivor Series, about Taker showing up. If he showed up, he ain't doing shit because he had that surgery, and he ain't gonna be able to do nothing. If he's showing up, he's retiring. He's announcing that he's done.
I would say Triple H would win at Survivor Series. If you said guarantee that match is gonna happen,
or would you be okay? Oh, Bruce Pritchard mentioned it. Dave is a Bruce Pritchard fan. He listens to the podcast.
Undertaker. No, what I heard Pritchard say, he doesn't think Undertaker is done. I doubt he shows up at Survivor Series.
Team Angle versus Team Triple H for control, and that's what I was about to say. Would you be okay with that? A Team Angle versus Team Triple H.
Yeah, I would be fine with that. But who would be on Team Triple H? I mean, like Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar. I mean, who would be?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Triple H has nobody anymore. If you were gonna say that,
I guess you could throw the Revival on Triple H with Triple H.
Yeah, the Revival would be a good one. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, because of the Triple H guys, of course.
So that's the rumor going on. When is Goldust and R-Truth going to face off? Another good thing going on Raw right now is the Goldust and R-Truth feud. Not sure. Maybe they hold it off till the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view, which I wouldn't mind. Appreciate all the hearts. Again, this is Get the Tables podcast, episode 68. We are live every Tuesday night and also every Sunday night after WWE pay-per-views. We also do NXT takeovers as well. We'll be live this Sunday. It'll be our 1-year anniversary show. We have been doing podcasts for 1 year, starting last year at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Oh, you signed up for Slam Crate. Good job, man. I think you'll really enjoy it. And we appreciate all the following of everybody coming out here every week when we come out here and do our podcast. The love, the hearts, the follows. We've gotten a huge support the last 3 weeks, I believe, right, Dave? We've had, I think, over almost 2,000 viewers total in the last 4 weeks on Periscope. We've also been going live on Twitch. I didn't go live tonight, but we'll be going live on Twitch Sunday night. Looks like a Sasha Banks shirt coming in the next box based on the ad. Yes. Yeah, so you'll enjoy that, man. They give you some pretty cool stuff in that. Matt and Jeff Hardy. If you don't have the WWE Network, they had a sit-down interview with Corey Graves. And Corey Graves even mentioned the Broken Hardy gimmick. He kind of asked Matt Hardy about the situation with the Broken Hardy gimmick. And Matt Hardy actually, kind of touched on it, said he's not really can't really mention too much because of legal concerns, but he says that is definitely going to be seen. Thank you very much. Is definitely going to be seen in the WWE sometime in the future. They mentioned the brother Nero.
Brother hyphen Nero, yeah.
They mentioned how they find it really cool how fans still do the elite stuff. They haven't, the WWE acknowledges this stuff. They know how much the fans want to see this. So it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But if you were going to predict right now, I know it's really early. It's June. But do you think we see the Broken Hardy gimmick before or after WrestleMania?
I would say right around WrestleMania, because they're still really in high litigation over this. So it's not going to be SummerSlam. And I think why not have this whole broken universe? Even Matt Hardy kind of got his new name on Twitter now. It's like Reborn by Fate or something like that. So who knows? That could be a little stab at doing something different with it. Because they don't want to go completely the same way, Because then everyone would be like, oh, they're just doing the same thing they did in TNA if they do it exactly the same way.
Yeah, and it's funny because Matt even said that it was kind of hard to go back to his original gimmick and to get away from the broken persona.
As he mentioned, possibly down the road, a match with Bray Wyatt. So, and everyone really wants to see that.
I think everybody wants to see that match.
But
Like
not just
everybody wanted to see, like everybody wants to see. Now we're getting it. Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar. I think everybody wants to see Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. And I bet you anything. I bet you anything. If we had a broken Matt Hardy, and they announced a week ahead of time that Bray Wyatt was facing broken Matt Hardy on Raw in the main event, imagine the ratings. I think they would.
Can you imagine if they did something like the final deletions of Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy?
Mm-hmm.
On like Raw or something with WWE's budget.
The ratings would be crazy.
And they even mentioned it. I can't remember if it was last night or on the interview show, but they even mentioned, I think it was during the interview that they mentioned that I was listening to that on Jericho's podcast with Ambrose and Jeff Hardy, where they said they tried to copy it and basically do it with the Wyatts, and it was just terrible.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt and JoJo thoughts. I mean, we're not really going to get into much of their personal life. Hey, if that's what he wants to do, that's what he's going to do. I'm just shocked. That's the oddest couple ever, if anything. But
hey, strangers, hey, stuff
it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is.
Stuff when you're around somebody all the time, that happens.
Yeah. So I think that's about it. I think we covered pretty much everything on the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Like I said, we're going to be live this Sunday, right after Money in the Bank. So I hope everybody can join us. We'll be doing that a giveaway. I think everybody will. Where is Bo Dallas? That's a good question. He broke up the Brawl. I know that. When was the last time JoJo? She's on TV on Raw. She announces the match. Yeah.
No wonder she yeah. One thing I had to really quick before we end the show is the whole John Cena free agency thing. To me, it wouldn't even be a topic. So to me, it's like almost guaranteed he's going to Raw. You know, it seems like it's a guarantee he's going to be on Raw. SmackDown really doesn't need John Cena. They really don't. All he does is he takes time off. And he takes time away and segments away from a short 2 hours.
Have been great, yes. My question, okay. Have you guys missed John Cena on SmackDown Live? That's the question. Have you?
I think another question is, has he been missed on SmackDown? I don't think he has.
No, not necessarily. I don't think so. I think you're right.
And I think without him, you can still use. It won't take away from anybody when he comes back to write in a segment for John Cena. You know, John Cena comes back for SummerSlam and WrestleMania. Got right stuff in for him, and right off, other guys or girls won't get on TV.
But yeah,
I said take Orton too. Put him on Raw as well. Get rid of Orton too.
Yeah, so a good, solid pay-per-view coming up this week. I think a lot of people are looking forward to it. Cena versus Styles were 3 of the best matches last year. Oh yeah, when we have our end of the year show and try to pick a match of the year, it's going to be pretty difficult, I think, this year compared to what was last year.
And not just Raw, SmackDown matches on pay-per-views, but man, even they talked about it on tape, bringing it to the table last night, matches of the year and stuff. And Pete Dunne and Tyler Bates, they had definitely a match of the year. That match is awesome. Even said that Pat Patterson came to him and said, "Wow, that was awesome."
Yeah, so it's definitely going to be tough this year, but
if we get Nakamura AJ before the end of the year, man, that could by far be the match of the year right there.
Definitely. When we give out our table awards at the end of the year, when we give our match of the year, Star of the Year, women's wrestler of the year, and so forth, like we did last year. But yeah, we want to appreciate everybody coming out. We had about 53 viewers in tonight. Appreciate that. Titus Brand going international. Hey, Titus Brand, man, is another thing that's clicking, I should say, on Raw lately, with him trying to get Tozawa, and now he has Paulo Cruz. I'm wondering who else, if he's going to try to recruit a woman, maybe. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with this Titus O'Neil. And it's crazy how high I was on him a couple of years ago. And then they kind of, he got suspended. And then look at it now.
I could be way off on this. The people in the Jackass do, but doesn't seem like, to me it does. Maybe I'm way off, but that the Titus brand is kind of like riding off a little bit of the whole. What's that guy, Lorenzo Ball or whatever?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely playing off LeVar Ball and all that, gimmick, all that. But hey, it's working, and
I like it. I like it. It's entertaining.
I need to join the Titus brand. My viewer count will go up. Tell Titus to some retweet the show, and then I'll definitely join the Titus brand.
We want some cheap shoes.
Right, but yeah, appreciate everybody coming out. I really do hope you guys will be here this Sunday night. The chit chat with us. Would love to get interaction because Money in the Bank is going to be a pretty huge pay-per-view with the first ever women's Money in the Bank. Curious to see how risky and crazy they get in that match. And then you also have the men's Money in the Bank match, and that's pretty loaded for itself. Then you have three matches.
Are you most looking forward, or non-ladder match are you most looking forward to?
Probably the WWE title match because I'm curious to see how they book it. But other than that, I mean, the women's title match, I think Naomi wins, and I think the tag team title match, I think the Usos win.
That match too, just because I want to see how good Lana does in that match.
Yeah, I'm pull off the ladder. That would be pretty sweet.
I can see freaking Charlotte doing a moonsault. Yeah, I can see that off the ladder. Yeah, I can see that definitely.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So thank you everybody for popping in. The Architect, everybody else. Let's see. Give it Stephen R, of course, Justin, Texas Kid for Life. Thank you guys for popping in. All the others popping in. Architect, see you Sunday. Thank you. See you Sunday, man. And yeah, we'll be talking Money in the Bank. Any other wrestling news that pop up between now and Sunday night. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you everybody for coming in. Please hit that follow button. Hit the hearts. The hearts are very, very much appreciated. The hearts, the shares, all that. Follows on Twitter, everything. We appreciate that very, very much. See you guys Sunday night, and enjoy the rest of y'all's week, guys. Thank you, everybody.